All right, let's talk about something that drives every single Meta advertiser crazy. You know that moment where you're just stuck, completely sidelined by a glitch inside Ads Manager? Well, this is for you. We're going to turn that frustration into a powerful pro-level workflow so you can get back to what you actually care about, growing your business. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're in the zone, cleaning up your media library. You find an old image. You hit that delete button and crickets. Nothing happens. Or even worse, you get some vague error message. Why won't it just go away? And just like that, your whole day grinds to a halt. You can't get your new creative in, that new campaign test is dead in the water, and all of your momentum, it's just gone. That brilliant new ad you are about to launch is now stuck in this weird digital purgatory, all because the platform has a death grip on one single old image file. It is, without a doubt, one of the most maddening problems you can run into. Look, if this is happening to you, you are not alone. This gets everybody from total beginners to seasoned pros. It feels like a massive roadblock, but it's really just a tiny crack in the system. So let's talk about how to smash right through it. First up, let's cover your quick win solution. This is your first line of defense, a simple three-step process that honestly fixes the problem probably 80% of the time. It works by targeting the system's most common little memory quirks. Okay, step one, the hard refresh. And I don't mean just clicking that little circle arrow. No. On a PC, you're going to hit Control-Shift-R. If you're on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-R. This forces your browser to completely ignore what it thinks it knows and pull the absolute freshest data from Meta servers. If you're still stuck, move to step two, switch browsers. Seriously, sometimes Chrome is just being stubborn, so hop over to Firefox or Safari and try deleting it there. And for step three, if all else fails, just go mobile. Pull out your phone, open the Meta Ads Manager app. It often completely bypasses whatever caching issue is happening on your desktop. But what if you're in that stubborn 20%? What if the basics just aren't cutting it? Well, now it's time to pull out the big guns. This is the ultimate bypass. I call it the pro duplication trick. This is how you force a glitchy system to do what you want. This isn't just a workaround. This is about understanding the system's logic and, outsmarting it. Okay, here's exactly how it works. Step one, hunt down the original ad or ad set that's using that image you can't get rid of. Step two, just duplicate it. Make an exact copy. Now listen close, because this next part is absolutely critical. Step three, go back and delete the original ad. I'm going to say that again. Delete the original, not the new copy you just made. So why in the world does this work? Well, by duplicating the ad, you're creating a totally new asset with new connections. This forces Meta's backend system to finally cut that old, invisible, sticky link that it was protecting so fiercely. The moment you delete the original, the system's grip is released, and boom, your image is now totally free to be deleted. Problem solved. You see, mastering little tricks like this is what really streamlines your advertising efforts. And if you're looking for more ways to drive those big results, you can always find us at mbile.com. Okay, so now that you know how to fix it, let's take a second to understand why it even happens. And this isn't just for fun. Knowing the logic behind the glitch actually gives you a massive strategic advantage. The first and most common culprit is something called browser caching. Your web browser is trying to be helpful, right? It saves little pieces of websites so they load faster next time. But sometimes it holds on too tight to an old version of the page, showing you an image that, on Meta servers, is already long gone. That hard refresh we talked about, that's what clears out this old memory. The second, and honestly the more stubborn issue, is asset association. The best way to think about it is like an invisible string that connects your image file to a specific ad. Now, Meta's system is built to protect that string at all costs, so you don't accidentally delete an image from a live campaign and break everything. The problem is, sometimes it holds on way too tight, even after an ad is paused or gone. So this creates a conflict, right? It's a standoff. Your browser is sitting there saying, hey, I remember this image was here, while Meta server is saying, nope, the delete command was received, that image is gone. Your job is to force your browser to listen to the server, not its own faulty memory. And hey, really quick, here are a few other things to check. Make sure you have full admin permissions in the account. Sometimes an advertiser role just can't delete assets. Also, double check that the image isn't hiding somewhere in a draft campaign or scheduled ad. And, sometimes it's just a bug. Wait 30 minutes, grab a coffee, and try again. Okay, so let's zoom out, because this is about way more than just fixing one annoying glitch. This is about moving from a reactive, tactical fix to a much smarter strategy that stops these headaches before they even start. So what are the big strategic takeaways here? First, be proactive about managing your assets. Second, always try to understand the platform's protective logic. It's usually trying to help even when it messes up. Third, and this is a big one, never, ever let a small glitch kill your campaign momentum. And finally, the real goal here is to master the platform, not just be a passive user of it. And that really leaves us with one final big question. Conquering this one little glitch proves that small changes in your workflow can have a huge impact. So I want you to ask yourself, what other minor frustrations are you just putting up with, and what kind of major growth could you unlock if you solve them? For a personalized strategy and consultation, visit us at mbil.com now.